You kept becoming what everyone needed, shaping yourself around their moods and fears, hoping someone would finally notice the effort behind your smile, but no one did. They only saw the mask. You kept adjusting smaller and smaller until you almost disappeared inside the version of you that pleased them most. Have you ever felt that too, like your real self is quietly watching from the background, waiting to be remembered? You thought love meant being easy to love. You learned to read the room, to silence the parts of you that made others uncomfortable. But every time you swallowed your truth, you taught yourself that peace only exists when you disappear. It's not that you lost yourself suddenly. It happened slowly, like erosion piece by piece, till one day you looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the person staring back. For years you called it kindness or maturity or patience. You said, "I'm just being understanding." But deep down, you knew you were bargaining for belonging. You traded authenticity for acceptance, hoping someone would finally stay. But the more you tried to be enough, the more invisible you became. You weren't weak, you were conditioned to believe disappearing was safety. That silence was the price of love. Now stop. Breathe. Notice the quiet ache in your chest when you realize how long you've been performing. That's not sadness, it's awakening. The moment you recognize the exhaustion beneath the smile, you begin to see how much of your life has been built on pretending. You didn't fail. You simply forgot that love isn't something you earn by vanishing. It's what grows when you finally return to yourself. There's a strange grief that comes with self-awareness. Once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. You start noticing every small moment you betrayed yourself, every yes that meant no, every apology you gave just to keep the peace. It's painful, but it's sacred pain, because through it, you're meeting your shadow, the hidden self that's been waiting for your attention. That's where real healing begins. Your shadow is not your enemy. It's the honest part of you that never stopped feeling, never stopped remembering what was real. It's the part that says, "I'm tired of pretending." When you finally turn toward it, you'll see it never wanted to destroy you. It just wanted to be seen. Integration begins the moment you stop calling your darkness a flaw and start recognizing it as unspoken wisdom. You've probably wondered why healing feels like chaos at first. Because when you stop playing your old role, everything built on that role starts to crumble. People who loved your compliance might call your clarity selfish. Don't be fooled. This isn't destruction. It's correction. The collapse you fear is just the structure of your old self falling away. It's supposed to break. That's how truth enters. Now pause again. Breathe. Look around your life. Who still expects the old version of you? Who only feels safe when you're small? These realizations sting, but they're necessary. You can't become who you are while keeping everyone comfortable. You were never meant to stay trapped inside the expectations of others. It's okay to outgrow them. That's what growth is. Learning to be misunderstood and still choosing yourself. Freedom doesn't come with applause. It comes in quiet moments, when you say no and your voice shakes, when you choose solitude over validation, when you walk away from the familiar lie and trust the silence that follows. That's not loneliness. That's self-respect returning. Every time you choose authenticity over approval, you're teaching your nervous system that you're finally safe with yourself. It's strange how clarity feels heavy at first. You realize how much you tolerated just to be loved. But that heaviness isn't punishment. It's detox. You're releasing what was never truly yours, and yes, it's hard. Healing doesn't look graceful. It looks like doubt, fatigue, and small wins that no one claps for. But keep going. The strength you're building now will anchor you when everything else shifts. You might ask yourself, who am I without the pain? That's the right question. Because once you stop defining yourself by what broke you, you start remembering what existed before the wound. Beneath the layers of defense, there's a softness that never died. It just hid. Your task isn't to rebuild who you were, but to become who you've always been before the world told you otherwise. Notice how the world reacts when you stop over-explaining. Some will withdraw. Some will test your boundaries. But a few will meet you in your truth, and that's how you'll know who belongs. Protect those moments. They are proof that authenticity can exist without performance. You no longer need to prove your worth. You're not a concept to be understood. You are a presence to be experienced. Now stop again. Feel your breath. You're not lost. You're returning. Every uncomfortable realization, every tear, every silence is guiding you back home. The path isn't linear. It loops, it confuses, it challenges. But beneath the chaos, something steady is growing. Self-trust. And once you have that, no rejection can dismantle you anymore. You've seen too much truth to ever go back. There will be moments when doubt whispers, maybe I'm the problem, but pause. You're not broken, you're becoming. Transformation feels messy because you're shedding identities that were never truly yours. The pain is proof of movement. So let it ache, let it unfold. Every ending you fear is just the beginning of something more honest. And honesty always rebuilds what illusion once controlled. Remember this, choosing yourself doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop abandoning the one person who's been there all along, you. The world taught you to mistake self-respect for selfishness, but now you know better. True love starts where self-betrayal ends. You can still love deeply, but not at the cost of your peace. That's not arrogance. That's sacred responsibility. You might feel guilt creeping in when you rest, when you say no, when you refuse to carry someone else's chaos. That's just your old programming resisting freedom. Let it fade. You're not here to fix everyone. You're here to wake up to yourself. Rest is not laziness. It's recalibration. When you honor your limits, you teach the universe how to treat you by how you treat yourself. Some days you'll slip back into old habits, explaining too much, overgiving, shrinking. Don't panic. That's not failure. It's muscle memory. The mind loves what's familiar, even when it hurts. Just notice it. Gently bring yourself back. Healing isn't a straight line, it's a spiral. Each return carries more wisdom, more ease. You're not repeating, you're refining. You're learning the art of staying conscious. Now breathe again. Feel how far you've come without even realizing it. You used to beg for clarity. Now you sit with uncertainty and call it peace. You used to chase validation. Now you trust silence. That's growth. Not dramatic, not loud, but steady. Every day you choose presence over performance, you build a life that actually fits your soul. That's real success, the kind no one can take away. At some point, you'll stop needing closure from others. You'll realize that their silence is an answer, their absence a form of clarity. You'll stop trying to make people see your worth and start living like it's undeniable. That's when life changes, not when you're loved by everyone, but when you're finally loved by you. Self-acceptance is the quiet revolution that rewires everything. Now pause once more. You can feel it, can't you? That quiet confidence replacing anxiety. That calm that doesn't need to prove anything. This is what alignment feels like. No performance, no pretending. Just truth, simple, grounded enough. The chaos that used to define you now feels distant, almost unreal, because it was never you. You've simply remembered what was underneath all along. Life won't suddenly become easy, but it will become real. You'll still face pain, but it won't control you. You'll still feel fear, but it won't define your choices. That's liberation, not absence of struggle, but mastery within it. The world outside may not change, but your response does. And that's how you quietly shift everything, one conscious decision at a time. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is simply stay present. No affirmations, no explanations, just awareness. Awareness heals what effort cannot. You've spent years trying to be someone. Now it's time to just be. Life unfolds perfectly when you stop forcing outcomes and start trusting timing. The universe moves differently when you stop chasing and start listening. You'll notice synchronicities again, small signs, subtle reminders that you're on the right path. You'll meet people who reflect your growth, not your wounds. You'll feel gratitude without reason, peace without proof. That's how you know you've returned to your center. You stopped searching for the light because you remembered you were never in the dark, just temporarily blinded by illusion. Your new life won't require explanations. It will simply feel lighter. The heaviness you carried will dissolve as you stop resisting change. You'll stop asking, when will things get better? And start realizing they already are. The truth is, life was never waiting to begin. It was waiting for you to arrive. Every breath, every choice, every honest moment brings you closer to your real self. Life truly begins the moment you remember who you are. Not the mask, not the role, but the soul, steady, ancient, and whole. You're not here to impress anyone. You're here to express what's real. You were never lost. You were just hidden beneath the noise. Now you've returned, quietly powerful, deeply awake, beautifully alive.